Okay, so as I remember, we should start with part F. Okay, so again, we have matching sentences, so whole sentences half. So let's do this part together. Let's match the best second part to these phrases. So the first one, we're trying to break into what? Which one can be the best match for it, do you think?
The Japanese market.
Of course, very good to enter the Japanese market. Very good. Number two, you should carry out. So what is this one? You should carry out.
Insurance cover for shipment.
Okay, so insurance cover for shipment. I'm not sure about this one.
Yeah.
So what is the meaning of carry out? Do you have?
Take something belong
Yeah.
them together.
It's like, yeah, of course, it's like, for example, you need to do something, you need to, for example, carry through, accomplish, so all of them. So what do you think about D? A market you need to do, accomplish a market survey before you make a major investment. So you can use carry out as like, for example, complete, to do, to accomplish. So of course. So you should carry out a market survey before you make a major investment. And number three, if you would like to place what? It means to request. Yeah.
The delivery date.
Now, if you would like to place an order, press 1 now. And what it means, place an order. So place an order means to request, to buy, to purchase. Place an order means to buy, to purchase. So if you want to buy, if you want to purchase, press 1. Okay. Number 4, if you can't meet, what do you think about B? If you can't meet, we normally meet the deadline. We normally meet, for example, the delivery date. Let us know. So B can be a good match for this one. And Dave coded what? For example, it's something like when someone said something or wrote something. So Dave coded what?
That's quoted. Insurance cover for shipment.
No, they've quoted us a very good price. So something like, for example, we offer you, we tell you, we give you, of course, they've quoted us a very good price for the consignment. And what is the meaning of consignment? So as you know that sending goods, so you know
Yeah.
that arrangement that actually goods are left or are sent somewhere. It's normally with a third party. So that is a good price for sending goods. And the next one, let us know if you want us to arrange what? This,
Mm,
yeah.
w- um, let us let us know if you want us to arrange all regulation.
So let us know if you want us to arrange insurance cover for the ship. Here you need
Yeah.
to use it. You
Yeah.
used it, but now you then, yeah, of course. It's like, you
Yeah.
know, we normally arrange insurance for shipments especially, and it's essential to, so which
Yeah.
one? Last one, of course.
Yeah. But can you explain me about a rent insurance? That's mean
Ah, do you know anything about health insurance, for example?
yeah, I
So
know
of
that.
course, it's something like, for example, we need to, if you want to send goods
Yeah.
somewhere, of
Yeah.
course, we need to have insurance. So if something happens, if
Yeah.
something goes wrong, okay, so there's something like we can cover it. So you know
Yeah.
that it's such an agreement which company needs to pay money. And
Yeah.
of course, if something happens or damage something, you can get your money back. So this is insurance. So of course, especially for shipment, when you send your goods, that is really important to
Yeah.
arrange to have it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm clear.
Well, okay, it's clear. Okay,
Yes.
and the last one?
Mm, com it's essential to comply with
Of
all
course.
regulation if you want to delivery to go through with
Of course, the last, yeah.
problem.
Our
Yeah.
regulation, of course, if you want a delivery to go through without problems, of course, very good. Well, and now let's keep going. Find verb and noun partnership. And sentences about, for example, to break into, so we know that. So we have some partnership, like to break into. And which of them is normally done by the supplier, company, or someone that provide goods or services, the buyer, someone who buys, and both the supplier and the buyer. So which one can be followed? For example, when we break into a market, we are buyer or we are supplier? Which one?
Supplier.
Of course, we are supplier. The next one, let's find another one. So, verb noun. For example, carry out is phrasal verb, and we can use another, we can combine it with a noun. So, for example, carry out a market survey. So, you need to be supplier or buyer.
Mm, Buyer. Yeah.
Yes, very good. Just, you said buyer?
That mean
So you mean,
they
okay, yeah,
buy share
let
from share of a company
I heard.
that they invest.
So let me say something. It's like when you want to, of course, you carry out a market survey. So
Yeah.
when you want it, normally we do it actually when you
Yeah.
want to do something. Like, for example, you want to invest or you want to, for example, enter the market. So you are supplier. As a
Yeah.
buyer, so you only buy something. So of course, but I think here, for example, if you place an order, you are
Mm,
a buyer, of
yeah.
course. But here we are talking about investment.
Yeah.
Normally, it can be about supply because you provide something. It can be
Uh,
money.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
so number three, If we have another one, so let's see. Yeah, we place an order, we purchase, so we are,
buyer.
yeah, of course, very good.
In the for if you can meet the delivery date, let
Yeah,
us
of
know
course.
as soon as.
Mid, yeah, of course, mid a delivery date that you should be.
Uh, uh, that mean a supplier.
Yeah, of course, because you need to deliver something. Of course, you are a supplier. Yeah. And the next one.
Buyer.
Okay, so what is, so we have code a price. So we have,
Yeah.
they have coded the offer like, so you need to be supplier, right? Number 5, you know when,
I am buyer,
yeah.
but the people in that sentence is supplier.
So of course here, no, you mean number 5, they've coded. Okay, so they've coded. So
Yeah,
a price. So I can
supplier.
offer. Of course, you should be, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
supplier.
And the next one.
Supplier.
Okay, so what is partnership? So arrangement. So we arrange insurance cover. So actually, yeah, both of them can be. So if you're buyer, if you're supplier, I think both of them can be. And so this one, comply with regulations.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think it's both.
Both, of course, because yeah, it's about regulation, so it can be both. Of course, you're
Yeah.
right. So, well, and now let's keep going. So, do you have any question related to this word? So, any word, anything that you didn't get the meaning or you want to ask me about this word?
Yeah. Can you explain me about the consignment?
So
The
as I
last.
told you, yeah, of course, as I told you, consignment is like an arrangement. But what an arrangement? For example, good are left normally with third party to sell someone, which for example to a company or organization or another country, that is consignment. Okay, so for example, if I want to give you a basic meaning is like, for example, a delivery of things. It can be clothes, for example, furniture, everything, okay, for sale. So
Yeah.
I deliver for sale, okay, or sometimes for donation, not only for sale to someone else. That is consignment.
Yeah.
Okay, get it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, well. And we have a reading section, so let's read this part and I try to answer the questions. So let's read and check. Okay, well, just let me ask you, before reading this text, so do you know which countries traditionally export bananas, of coffee and sugar? Do you have any idea? Which countries export like
I think banana from an country in the South America,
uh,
for example, Argentina or Brazil.
yeah.
I'm not sure.
So of course, because there are different countries. For example, when we have with coffee, so we know that different countries. So we have Brazil, and of course your country that export coffee. So I think they're different countries. So because of this, so you know that yes, as you said, of course for banana. So especially so Central America. So you know that export and for coffee. I'm not sure. So you know, and
I
sugar.
think, mm, yeah, yeah, I don't know.
I think yeah. I have no idea. So so okay, let's
Yeah,
read the text. Well,
yeah.
okay, and what typical problems do these exporter face when selling abroad? You think not only these products. So when we export something, it can be any good to the other countries abroad. So of course we face some issues. Could you please tell me one of these issues that you find really crucial?
Mm, um, I think the cost of shifting,
Yeah, of
mm,
course.
taxes.
Taxes, yeah. It's like, yeah, of course. You know, it's something like fluctuating prices up and
Yeah,
down, you know, the changes. So, of course, it's really important. And we have import limits, you know, restrictions. So each country has some
yeah,
limits. So maybe this can be one of them.
yeah,
Okay, so we can say import restrictions, that is limits, and of
yeah,
course, fluctuating in price. So fluctuating prices, so very different. Okay. Well, okay, and now let's read it. So what is that? So I will read it slowly this time. Okay. UK develops taste for fair trade. Okay. The UK has a taste for guilt-free food. Sales are growing by 100% a year. Along with tens of thousands of other banana growers in the Windward Island, the niche Sutherland faces rain. So this is a name place. So
yeah,
the World Trade Organization has forced the European Union to phase out its old quota system that guaranteed West Indian growers market access. And there is no way she can match the price of the giant US corporations that dominate the market for the world's favorite fruit. So we have the only word that we have here that is phase out. Okay, so let me explain this word. Discontinue to do something. So discontinue means phase out. So it can be, for example, an operator, something, to operate, to do something, to make something. So stop production. Stop production. Okay, well, let's keep
mm,
going.
I
India, yeah,
sorry,
of
I
course.
just confirm about the meaning of phase out. Phase out
Phase.
means continue to do something.
Yeah, discontinue, discontinue, stop.
Mm,
Because phase out, for example, we import something, we
mm,
produce something, now we phase out, we stop,
mm,
we don't
yeah,
continue, we stop. Yeah, of course. Okay.
yes.
And you know that we have actually quota system. That is a method of, I don't know, setting some limits on how much of something a country or company, for example, is allowed to produce, to import. So that is quota. And they had, of course, an old system that led them to, for example, import, okay, or export, or for example to grow. So
Mm,
now they need to stop. Okay, so let's see what will happen. Okay, and now the world's favorite fruit in Costa Rica, Juan Valverde Sanchez, a sugarcane grower who sells to a local farmers association is unsure if he and his colleagues will survive another year, so they won't maybe continue. Most of the world's sugar producer cannot break into the European or US markets because of high tariffs and the heavy subsidies that Western farmers enjoy. So you know that we talked about this word tariff and subsidy. So of course, so American farmers have more subsidy supports. But of course, about these, maybe the other producer like Costa Rica, maybe they don't have this chance. So maybe they can't continue. But there is now hope for Denise and Juan. They are selling some or all of the produce to the growing fair trade market that protects them from depressed commodity markets and the price wars between giant multinational, very big, huge ones. For its support, fair trade is an example of how world trade can and should be run to deal with poverty, the state of being poor. Producers are small scale and must be part of a cooperative and actually democratically run association. And of course, association are workers who observe high social and environmental standards. Their group deal directly with first world companies that pay well over the world market price. They also get an added premium, which goes directly to the group of farmers to be shared out in any way they choose. The price difference can be as much as 100% and can save a farmer from bankruptcy or mean a family has money to send their children to school. At the other end of the chain, the first world consumer pays about a penny extra for a cup of coffee or teaspoon of sugar, or a few pence more for banana. Fair trade food is booming. What started as a way for Dutch consumers to support Nicaraguan farmers in the 60s has grown into a $500 million a year global niche market with more than 400 northern companies now importing fruit, coffee and tea, bananas, nuts, orange juice and other foods. So, and we have niche market here. So let's talk about this one. Do you have any idea about the meaning of niche market?
Mm, that is a small market and it's
No,
not massive skip
yeah,
market. It's a small and um, there are no not a lot of supplier
yeah,
involved the market.
of
Yeah,
course. It's like a very specific segment.
yeah,
For example,
yeah.
when we say vegan face wash, specific segment. Yeah, you're right, definitely
Mm,
right. Okay.
yeah.
Well, and around 500,000 small-scale farmers and their families are thought to be benefiting in 36 of the world's poorest countries, and the least figure suggests it's worth $40 million extra to producers. Meanwhile, demand for all the fully traded or unlabeled non-food goods, not food, such as handicraft and textile, is also growing. Fair trade food sales are growing by more than 25% a year internationally and almost 100% a year in Britain, now the largest market after Switzerland. This market is one of the most remarkable, noticeable consumer success stories of the past decade, promoted quietly in Britain and now attracting multinationals such as Sainsbury's, Starbucks, and Carrefour. So they're the name of brands, you know. For example, Carrefour is like actually a French brand supermarket, so it's really famous. And it's ironic, though, that fair trade, which was designed to reduce the injustices of the world trading system, could itself become a victim of WTO. Technically, it could be banned because WTO rules prohibit differentiation between products on the basis of the means of production. In the meantime, fair trade shows the charity is not needed to lift people out of poverty and that social and environmental standard can be put into trade. Wow, so I want to ask you what you got of this text. It's like, it's really fair trade, you think? So first of all, let's discuss the meaning of fair trade. So what do you think? It's fair trade and conformity with fair trade agreement. So what do you think about this?
Can you explain me about the fair trade? What is
Okay, so it's like suppose it can be an arrangement designed to help producers, okay, in actually developing countries, not developed. I'm talking about developing countries, achieve sustainable trade relationships, because now we know that the market is, for developed countries, in the hands of developed countries. Now, if we have fair trade, it means we have chance for developing countries to actually be a part of this trade, but in actually equal standard. So this is fair trade.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this one? So of course we have some countries here that, they have a role, but
Yeah, that means they build the policy that some small country with some special product, they
it's
can
like,
break into into the bigger market.
it's like, for example, some countries that export goods or products, so can be any. For example, India, and we have another country that is the US. Which one can be more, of course, condition, is not equal. So we say that how, so India can break into the market when we have the US, like it's actually a giant, a huge producer. So this way, so we need to have a fair trade. So what is that? But unfortunately, for different reasons that we just read, maybe it's not possible. Okay, let's just before we talk about this question, so let's talk about some words. This one, differentiation. So this word, it comes from different. Differentiation comes from different, the act of showing or finding difference between things. So differentiation between something and something. Okay, well, and let me check what all the words we have here to tell you. Okay.
Can you explain me about the fair trade?
About fair trade?
Fair.
I just said, so fair trade. Fair trade, again, I explained again.
Fair trade.
Fair trade. So let me write. Fair trade. Okay, so what is this? Of course. In a simple word, as I just explained, it's an arrangement. So actually, it's a term of arrangement designed to help, to assist producers in developing countries achieve sustainable and equal, maybe, trade relationships. That is fair trade. Actually, it's like the fair trade, like sometimes fair trade movement combines the payment of higher prices to exporter with improved social and environmental standard like this. So this is an arrangement, okay? For example, it's an agreement, okay, to help producers in developing countries, not developed. Yeah. It's really good because, for example, when developing countries actually get a fair price for the products, so actually they can reduce poverty. So that is really important. So that is fair trade. When we say sustainable, so it's like, for example, the goal is to help these producers. So of course, different ways, like for example, setting fair price for them to export, to produce, and help them to actually grow their economy. So this way we have fair trade. Get it? Clear? Can you hear me? Because I can't hear you. What happened? It's like your picture's frozen and I can't hear you anymore if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can't hear you anymore. It's like your picture's frozen. It's okay now. It's okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, yeah, I
So
have lost internet. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. Well, so we talked about fair trade, and if I want to give you a really basic and simple definition, buying and selling that actually is carried out honestly and is fair to buyers, sellers, producers, you know, and consumers. So that is fair trade. So that every actually side, you know, both sides can make benefits and profits. Okay?
Yeah.
Well, and let's see if we have another word I couldn't find. So, well, any other word that you can see and I can't? So
Can you explain me about the
depressed, of course.
Yeah.
So, this one. Okay, that protects them from depressed world commodity market. So what is that? Depressed. When someone is depressed, actually, we have no feeling, no change. So actually we have the same thing about world trade. So it's like, for example, when we have depressed word, it can be, for example, country, okay? Or for example, it's like without any change. So to fall, this means,
Yeah.
Okay, and another one. Let's check. Actually, it's really dangerous, you know, when we think about it. If we have so you know that, as I told you, you know, when it comes to people who are depressed with no change, imagine, for example, word without buyers, and you know, I don't know, without high quality products, it's really dangerous, I think so. Well, and another one. So if you can see any other word that can find difficult, you can ask me. So can write it. Create low prices, no buyers, no change, no changes and activities. Okay. I wrote, type the meaning of this here. If you see, yeah.
Insert six. What does it mean?
Which one? Could you please show?
Insert.
Insert.
Insert. Yeah, I will try it.
Justice. Okay, so let me explain this word. Yeah. Well, it's you know that wrong. What if I want to give you a good wrong? So it's like, you know, absence of justice in, because this is negative. So if I want to give you a simple definition, lack of fairness when something is wrong, when something is not fair. So in a situation, so lack of fairness in situation when something is wrong, so, and it's not fair. So lack of fairness, equality, fairness in a situation. So it can be in business or any situation.
Yeah.
Well, and now let's keep going with questions. So we have some questions. Let's answer them according to the text. So number one, what does the article say about? So which one can be the main idea and a good actual title for the text? Which one? A, B, C?
Nancy Sutherland.
Yeah.
Is the country the export banana.
Yeah. So which one? So it's okay. So the niece saw the land and Juan will wordy their people. Yeah. So which one can be a good?
Yeah. The John.
Yeah.
Grandfathers export sugar.
So yeah, it's like the word trade. So which one? So look, what does the article say about? Of course, people know because there are details. So we have here. Do you think it's about actually the World Trade Organization? Do you think? Yeah. It was about the World Trade, WTO, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think so. Well, and now let's have a look at these numbers. So what do these numbers from the article refer to? The first one, $500 million. So let's check $500 million so you can check it.
That is not Nicaragua.
Niche. The what? I'm sorry, Nicaraguan. So let me. This one.
Yeah.
5. Yeah. So.
Growth in.
Yeah, of course.
In yes.
Of
60
course.
decade. Yeah.
Of course. Of course. So has grown into, yeah, of course, actually. Yeah. So. Okay, and the next one, the next number, let's see, we have 400. What is this one? Let's check. It refers to maybe red.
That's for 400
Yeah,
million company
of course.
importing fruits, coffee, and tea.
Of course, like, fair trade products. Yeah, of course, fruit and coffee and tea and banana. So, of course, and all the food. Yeah, the number of countries. Very good. And the next one, we have 500,000. Let's see.
That is small scale farmer and their
Of
family.
course. Of course. Very good. Yeah. And the next one, let's see, we have 36.
That is
36
a district poorest country in
countries.
the world. Yeah.
Of course. Well, and we have the last one that is 25. 25. This is percentage.
Yeah. That is food sale growth
So
in
yeah,
a year.
it's like because we have growing, so this is an increase. So
Yeah.
the annual yearly percentage increase in sale.
Yeah.
So of fair trade, so products. Okay, well, and now, why are Denise and Juan having problems selling their products? So why do they have? So what problems, according to the text? Just find we have here about Denise
Because
Sutherland.
because they blocked by quota system
Yeah,
and they didn't get any subsidies from big big country or big company.
yeah, it's like, we have different, of course. So we have different issues, especially about Denise that is having problems selling
Yeah.
bananas. Yeah, of course, because there is no guarantee to access to actually European markets. And
Yeah.
the price of the giant US corporation that dominates the market. So of course there is another problem. But about Juan, so let's see here. Juan Valverde Sanchez, sugar grower. So the problem is, again,
Rush into
yeah, again,
high tariff
yeah, he
and
can't,
yeah.
yeah, sell into, actually, he cannot break into the European and US market. And as you said, subsidies and, so of course, the other
high
problems.
high tariff. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, tariffs and subsidies that, Western farmers enjoy, but unfortunately, actually the other farmers from different countries and developing countries, like for example, Juan, they don't have these subsidies. Okay, the next one. Oh, we have 2 minutes. Okay, we have no time
Yeah.
to. Okay, so let's skip this one. It's okay. Well, so we will actually answer these questions at the next
Yeah.
session. So we have a long break
Yeah.
till
Yeah.
till next week. So have
Yeah.
a fruitful
Yes.
break and fruitful week.
Yeah,
And
thank you. Yeah, and see you
you're
on the next
welcome.
week.
Of course, of course.
Yeah,
Thank you and have a great time. Goodbye.
yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Goodbye.
goodbye.